everybody, welcome back to another video. So today we're going to be doing a following celebrity makeup tutorial kind of thing. Alright, so I picked Kelly Strack for this video mainly because of her thumbnail. The duck lips just intrigued me because it made me remember that whole era of duck lips. And how many times I used to do that too. Like, I can't believe the duck lips really had a chokehold on us. Alright, so I'm just going to pin my hair back. I love this jacket. I got it yesterday at Urban Planet. How cute is it? Alright, so basically what I'm going to be doing is following along to her tutorial and copying. Pretty easy, pretty straightforward. So this is her everyday spring makeup tutorial. Get ready with me. I don't have the exact products that she used, so I tried to find ones kind of similar, but we'll make it work.
Alrighty, so first step, we're going to prime. I'm going to try out this new primer. This is from e.l.f. and this is the Prep and Hydrate Balm. I've been trying out a lot more Oh! This feels...
Alright, so I don't have that, but I do have the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer, so I'm going to try that. I always liked it. Like, it did minimize my pores, and it did, like, really give me a smooth base. But I don't really have pores, like too many pores that need to be filled in. Mostly just on my nose. So I like using like a pore filling on my nose, but then just like spray primer around everywhere else just to hydrate. Or I really like my Jane like brightening one, just to give me a little bit of a glint.
For foundation, I'm going to mix two little guys together. So this is the Too Faced Born This Way. You guys know I'm obsessed. I love this foundation, but I'm going to mix a little bit of the Marc Jacobs Do You Dewdrops. This is like...
I used to have the dewdrops, but I don't anymore, and I also don't have that Too Faced foundation. But I know that it is pretty full coverage, so I'm going to be using the KVD foundation. This is the Good Apple Full Coverage Serum Foundation in a light 10. Alright, so she takes it with her finger and, like, dabs it around. And then how does she blend?
I still have, like, a few...
Alright, so she uses a sponge. I was just trying to do the math of how long ago this video was, and I'm like, oh, 6 years ago, so we're in 2025, so that's 5 years ago, it's 2015, and I was like, wait a second. 5 years ago was 2020. 2015 was 10 years ago. He's shocked by it too. I guess this video was out in 2019. We were still doing duck lips in 2019. I thought we left that in 2016.
Up next for concealer, I'm going to go with
Ooh, the Tarte Shape Tape. I don't have that anymore, but that stuff had a chokehold on society. That was like the number one concealer that everybody was going after. And then I remember they had like some issue, I think it was Tarte, that had like the shade range issue. That was like the big scandal of the makeup world. Then I think they fixed it. We love the drama.
Tape, I have this in light medium.
How does she... Whoa!
I like to bring my concealer down my nose and like in the center of my face as well, aside from just out throughout my face.
I'm sorry, what's the point of even putting foundation on if you're going to be like that? I'm going to be using my Marc Jacobs Extra Shot Concealer. And this is in 120. She went right down the nose. Little thing here. And a lot here, so I'm just going to do that. I'm running out of this foundation, or concealer. And I'm definitely, I think this is its last legs. When I'm blending upwards because I don't want to bring it down too far because this is where I want the shadows and this is where I want the highlights so that it sucks your face up. So I'm trying to keep it all blending upwards. gives you kind of a facelift. Well, I definitely don't have under eye bags right now. Alright, so she does a loose and a pressed powder. I'm gonna do 2 loose powders, but one is more brightening than the other. Because one is just a setting and one's a baking. So what I'm gonna do is take the baking powder under my eyes. This is the Revolution Translucent Baking Powder, and then I'll set the rest of my face with the Snowish Fun from Wet n Wild. Alright, I'm just gonna go through and make sure that there's no creases before I set. And she used a brush to set. So I'm gonna do the same thing. Just using like a little flat brush. And just go in there. Down the nose. Under the eye. This is the first time I'm actually using this Revolution powder. I've had it for a while, but just never really gravitated towards it. I actually kind of like it. We'll see how it wears and what it looks like at the end of the video, but I don't mind it so far. It's almost like it's got like a little bit of a shine to it, and it's like clinging to the product. And like bunching it up here. It also could just be the way that I use the brush, because I don't normally set with a brush like that, but we'll see. I find it a little weird that we're not using cream products, but it is what it is.
And just didn't see. Now I'm just gonna go ahead and fill in my brows and use the Anastasia brow.
Alright, so she's gonna go ahead and fill her brows. She's using the Anastasia Brow Wiz. I don't have that because I never fill in my brows. My brows are pretty much just 2 caterpillars on my face. And I'll just like use a little bit of brow gel, but I'll do something. How does she fill in her brows?
Is today to just fill them in. I haven't used this in a while, but it's always a go-to. Like I can always go back to this brow product and it's like amazing. I'm pretty sure Anastasia Brow was the first brow product that I ever used as well. Like when I first started to fill in my brows, aside from like eyeshadow, when I filled in my brows a couple times with eyeshadow, which was a nightmare because I was using like dark brown shadow and it was just not cute. I've come a long way.
So she does like the line underneath, the line on top, and then fills them in. It's kind of funny that she's talking about how she used to use eyeshadow to fill in her brows. I used to use eyeshadow to do makeup looks, like not just on my eyes, like I would use it to do full-on body paints. Which was so funny, like looking back at a few of my looks, I'm like, girl, you used a lot of that eyeshadow palette just to do a look. And I would always wonder why, like, it would never look like the picture or how I wanted it. Probably because you were using eyeshadow.
And I'm just gonna work.
Alright, so she's taking her, like, her Mendica palette. I'm gonna be using the Rare Beauty palette. Today I'm using True to Myself. I haven't used this in a while. Alright, she's just taking, like, her neutral shade into her crease for a neutral transition. I think it's called Positive. Sorry about that, my camera overheated. So basically what I was saying is that her first shade was more of a neutral brown than the one that I used. And then she went in with the shade that's like this, more peachy. So I'm just going to leave it with the peachiness because now my thing looks like hers. But she did go in with another shade. So let's move on.
Yeah, same thing.
Alright, so then she's just building up the color. But like with different shades of it. So what I'm actually going to do is go in with my Breakfast Club palette. And this is just the Saturday Detention. And I'm going to take the Athlete bronzer and use that to build it up. And mix it also with the Positive shade that we just used. Oh yeah, that's a perfect color match to what she has. And she has it all over the lid. Alright, so she goes in with more of a shimmery shade now. And she sets it with her Fix Plus. I don't have Fix Plus anymore. So I'm just gonna set it with a little bit of the Shake It Like a Snow Globe Wet n Wild Face Mist. I just sprayed that just onto my iPad. Completely missed the brush. There we go. So the shade that she uses is a little more metallic-y and shimmery, so I'm going to go in with this one right here, which is Genuine. Nothing's happening. Maybe the brush was dried out. That's just like a really light shade. Okay, that's fine. It's cute. It's not gonna be a wow, but it's cute. It's somewhat. It kind of works for this look, so it's fine. Just not what I would normally reach for in my quality of palette, but I think it's because this is supposed to be like a really natural neutral palette. So I'm actually going to go in with a little bit of the Basket Case highlight. Yeah, that's more like it. Alright, so she smoked out her lower lash line with the 2 original shades. So I'm going to do that. Genuine and The Athlete. Also, going back to the powder, I don't like it. It's left like this weird kind of shadow cast under my eye where that was not there before the powder. So I just think that it's not a good eye powder. Alright, so she's highlighting her brow bone. I'm just going to take the braid and highlight my brow bone with that shade. Oh. Okay, oops. I forgot that is a iridescent. She didn't put mascara on her top lashes. She just put it on her lower lash and the lashes. For my lashes, I'm going to be using the Remy lashes, and this is from Ardell. They're keratin infused. Probably not anymore because I've used them so many times that they are disgusting, but it's fine. Her lashes must naturally just go up. Or she like curled them off screen or something. Because like how do you not have basically 2 separate sets of lashes? Because mine go out and then these lashes go up. So how do you not have... It almost looked like she had some mascara on her top lashes, but I'm not going to do that because we're following the tutorial. I never put mascara on my bottom lashes, but as that one influencer would say...
Don't look weird with eyeshadow under your eye, you're just not used to it.
Alright, so I don't have something exactly like that, but I'm going to use my NYX Jumbo Stick in white. Alright, and so that my finger oils don't get all over the look, I'm going to use this. Alright, that definitely did brighten my eyes quite a bit, so I'm not mad about it. Okay. Looking cute. My camera overheated again. Don't understand why, because it's freezing in my apartment. I'm very, very cold. Alright, so I'm going to go back in with the Saturday Detention Breakfast Club palette, and I'm going to take the bronzing shade Class of 84 and do what she does. Finally adding warmth back to the face. This is definitely not like the normal routine that I do, but it was fun. I enjoyed playing along with this and following along. I definitely think that the look turned out pretty cute. But for blush, I'm going to go in with ColourPop X Lizzie McGuire, and this is in Delish. She literally just like smiled and kept it on. So that's what I'm gonna do. Alright, and then for highlight, I'm gonna be using the Jeffree Star Supreme Frost Frozen Peach. Literally, this is so old. I don't even know how old it is. It's actually scary how old it is.
Flower Beauty.
Alright, so she has a little here, a little here. Okay, and then she lines her lips, and she's going for a nude lip. So I'm going to be using the Rudolph X ColourPop, and this is the Lippy Pencil in Clarice. Wait. Oh, she's... There we go. And she goes to form a glossy, but I don't really have any nude glossies. I probably do, but I'm gonna be trying out this ColourPop Luxe Velvet liquid lipstick, and this is in Dance Hall. Get it open. Okay, this might be glossy, I don't know, but it's cute. Okay, it's got a nice little doe foot. Oh, she's cute. She feels nice on the lips. Definitely not glossy. A little less peachier than hers, but we did it. Here's the look. Let's take our hair down. Not down, but let's get started. Oh, it's so cold for this. There's a like fireplace next to me. I don't know why I'm not turning it on. Alright, so this is the final look. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Let me know what other celebrities or influencers you should think that I should follow their tutorials of. And let me know if you saw last week's video. And it's right here. Go follow it, or go watch it. Go watch it. It's in the description box. All the products I used today I will put in the description box as well if you wanted to follow along with this tutorial and have like a little tutorial inception. And thank you so much for watching. All my socials will be linked down below, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!